I'm Soraya and I wanted to share with you the backgrounds of my third art journal. I just completed them, so I always like to show how they are because it's also a record for me, and then I'm going to put stuff on top. So this is how I record and I remember the stuff that I did in the past, because I don't do any other recordings. So this is the cover. I'm going through them fast just because when I'm working on, for example, Lost Ocean and that black and white project that I just showed you, the rest of the paints I use it here and I'm going to show you. So that's why I'm doing the backgrounds. So this is the leftover paint that I had from the watercolor that I wanted to use. So here it was really simple. I just used this, and then this was a smallest one like this. So that's how I did this one. Here it was just this, and then I think it was this. Yeah. So sometimes I don't even remember exactly everything that I used. And this one, the big one, was this, like this. So yeah, so here I just try to use the stuff that I don't want anymore. I don't want them to dry out, and materials that don't work for me, so I use them up here so they are used, and then I work with other things. So this was from using Lost Ocean. So I used this, and you see the circles. Yeah, so this was Lost Ocean, and then this was from the Lost Ocean page, also the red. You see this glitter, it was also left over from the Lost Ocean, so I just put here the stuff and then it makes a page. And then here it was leftover paint with the black, so it's like kind of a wave. So yeah, that's the background of this one. This one was the leftovers of so many different pages, but they do match. So this was a sponge. This was, the tiny thing. This one was this. So it's really leftovers, and it's really light, but it works because everything is light. So yeah. So this is all from pages from Lost Ocean, but now it's here. This one I had already shown in the previous video, all the materials that I use, so I'm going to leave the link below so you can see. I'm going to explain what I used, and you can see the sponges and stuff like that. So this is from this page. This is the acrylic that I use in Lost Ocean for the Obi-Wan Kenobi page. So I just wanted to see first how it would work. This is just an awesome paint because it has everything. So it has the yellow, it has these little glowing dots, and then it has these ones. So it's just one paint. Isn't this cool? So it has all of this, and then I just went on top with these two colors, and that's this page. Another page that was already done with a sponge. This one was a mess. I just wanted to try and see. It was tiny little bottles that you just squeeze, and I was just trying to see how they were working. So yeah, it's all over the place. So this one is from the last time. I can in the video I show you what I used to do this one. This one is new. So this is from the black and white project, because it's acrylic paint, so if you have a little bit left you need to use it or else it's going to dry. Here I wanted to try with this one because usually I just do this or this, but here I did this. So if you do this, this is what you have. See? And you can do a flower like this. If you go around, you'll do a flower. And this metallic pink, I used this one. So see, in these new pages, I didn't use a lot of sponges because I used the materials that I was using in the coloring books. So yeah, this is another fun one. This is a previous one with sponge and these things. So also from the past colors, this one is also that I already showed. This was with a finger and this was with a sponge. Another one from the past. This one is new, so it's actually two different colors, watercolor colors. Yeah, here you can see more. So see, it's like the purple and the pink. So yeah, purple and pink. So this is watercolor that I mixed, so that I was using in the Lost Ocean. And then this one is one like this, smaller, and then just doing this. And yeah, so this is watercolor. Oh, and this one is a very special page because this is the first page that I actually drew something. So this is my broccoli page and I did this using broccoli for the first time. So the trees that you are seeing like this, it was done with broccoli, the texture. So the gold and the green was done with broccoli. And this also grass was done with broccoli. So the story of this page is, so this background, you're seeing the black and this green, it was already here. So this was left over from pages. And then you also see this glitter, red and metallic and gold. So this was also left over of I don't know which page. So this was already on the page. That was it. And then a friend, a Portuguese friend, she sent me a challenge, which is, Soraya, for your next experiments, here's broccoli. You can use broccoli as a material. And I'm like, okay. So I went, and in my home I had a tiny piece that was going bad. It smelled, so it had to be used immediately. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to use this. I don't feel bad because I cannot eat it because it's already bad. So I'm going to use as an art supply. And I did use this for the tree, and it was fun. I loved it. I had tiny pieces left, but now I think I already removed all of them because since they were already smelling. Oh no, you can see some. Hang on, see this tiny one? I was afraid that they were going to smell or disintegrate. So see, you can still see tiny ones. So this is the broccoli. So I had this done weeks ago, but I was it was missing the last part, which was to do the trunks, because I don't draw. It's not something that I'm attracted to. But I saw this quote, if not now, then when? And that's why I wrote it here with acrylic. I know it's not like the correct place, but this page was not thought out. So the background was done whenever, then it was the broccoli done, and then, you know, I needed to do the rest. So yeah, so I didn't have the confidence, you know, to do the trunks, but then I'm like, no, if not now, then when? I need to finish this one. So I used the brush pen, and it's an awesome. So I also didn't know exactly what color to use. So then I just used the pen and I went for it. And I am surprised because I like it. So it is my first drawing thing. And then I went around with the pen just to have borders. And yeah, so the first completed page in this art journal. So this one was already done, showed last time. This one, I think it's new. So this was just with a brush like this, and then this one was done like this. I actually, when I did, I didn't know if I ruined it or not, because first I had these three colors of pastel colors, and then I went with this brown that I used in Lost Ocean page, and because I wanted, you know, dark and light to contrast, but I didn't know if I ruined it or not, but I'm glad I did try it because art journals are for that. This one was done with brush and sponge that I showed last time. This one was all done with leftovers from Lost Ocean. So in one page, this was the fish page, it was orange, so this was what I had left in the sponge, because the problem with using the sponge is that it is better for me in terms of my hands, but it does soak up a lot of paint. So if you don't want to lose that paint, then I used in the art journals and notebooks, so you know, the remaining of the paint, I'm using it. So I used, you know, this color, and then I used this color, and then this color. So all the colors that I used, I just put it here at the end. And that's how I have this page completed. This one was also with a sponge that I showed last time. This one was with my fingers. It's all watercolor that I have left from Lost Ocean. And beneath, you see it's from the Black Project. So I have these paints, you know, left from, I think it was done with this one. So see, I just have this like this, and then on top I did put watercolor because this is acrylic and this is watercolor, so I just went on top with my finger, and that's how I have this one. This one is from the last time. It's a lot of sponge. This one and this one, different sponges. This one is the same thing, different sponges, and with this one I did the flower. Another one from last time, sponges, this one and this one, also from last time, sponges. This one was leftovers from the Lost Ocean book. So the way that I did this was, if I finish a page, I just did like this, and then like this. And then here it was the same thing and the same thing. So on top, and on top, it has many different colors, all from Lost Ocean. And then, because I was not really into the square, I mean, I was trying not go to the round because it's what I love, but then I had left over this gray and this green paint. So then I just did like this. So now it has two shapes. So yeah, but this is a lot and a lot of layers because they were all so soft, you know. But yeah, that's this one. This one is also with watercolor from Lost Ocean. So the beneath is just going like this, then this one is like this, and then this one is like this. So that's how this one was done, and that's it. I mean, it's the last page, there's no more. So here are the backgrounds of the third art journal. And oh, and before we go, besides the art journal, I have a little notebook that I put the leftover paints. So this is Ganzai watercolor tummy. So now what I learned, so again, the black and the circle. So what I learned, because I used to cover all the pages from the notebook, but now what I do, and just do this little bit, now what I do is that I open and I do both pages, and then I leave this in white, and then I do these two pages. So then I'm taking advantage of both, of just this side, because what I realized from the first notebook that I did is that I had to choose from one side to the other. Don't like that, don't need that, so now I'm doing this. So all of this is leftovers from coloring pages. So I'm using these papers, hang on, so I'm just going to put you more close, okay, because this is tiny. See my hand, this is really tiny. So see, doing, oops, hang on, I know you're not seeing the whole thing, but see, remember from the, So see, I'm just reusing what I have. Hang on. So yeah, I have this one. So I'm going to use all of this in the next projects that I have no idea what I'm going to do, but yeah. So see the black project and then the watercolor on top. Oopsie. A lot of metallic here. So this is the square. This one needs something else. See? So these are awesome for collage projects later on. So see, remember this one? Oh, now we have thunder. Are you listening to the thunder? Yeah, it's raining right now. So see, remember this page? I didn't have the red here, but I have the other colors. So yeah. Okay. We have this one. Oh. This one. Oops. This one. Yeah, I don't know if you can listen to the rain, but actually today Portugal is under yellow alert just because of the strong rain. It is springtime, but yeah, a lot of rain. So this is the broccoli page, the second one I had left. So yeah, that's the second one. So another one. So see, yeah, they kind of repeat. Hang on, no, it's not that one. Hang on, oopsie, it's this one. See, yeah, because what happened is sometimes I just have a little bit of paint and this fits here, but this is so tiny that I have more paint than that, and that's why I started using, you know, art journals to do the backgrounds. So again from the art journal. So see, yeah, just trying to use every little bit of paint left. This one and yeah, so yeah, and yeah, so I have a lot more painted papers that I can use in future projects. So that's it for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye.